Thanks for your interest in Mastermind Mobile, the most convenient way for you to receive your work assignments each day. You can even see your assignments before you arrive at work, assuming they have been made in Mastermind. Mastermind Mobile is a mobile-optimized web application which will allow you to see your work assignments in real time. This means that all you will need is a smartphone and an internet connection and you are ready to begin. With most resorts supplying free guest Wi-Fi, it should not even require the use of minutes from your data plan. With Mastermind Mobile, you will be able to let your dispatcher and supervisor know when you are finished without having to make a phone call. Just think, no papers to keep up with and no more busy signals waiting to let someone know you are finished and ready to go to the next unit. Let me give you a quick introduction. The first screen you will see looks like this. This screen displays your work assignments for the day. Notice that there are 3 GCs assigned. Of the 3, 2 are colored green and the other is colored yellow. The green color, numbers 5501 and 5910, indicates that the guests have already checked out, and the unit is ready for you to begin cleaning at your earliest convenience. This screen also tells you each unit type so you will be able to gather the appropriate supplies to take with you. Upon arrival at the unit, tap the unit number on the screen. After tapping the unit number, you will see a screen that looks like this. Just below the title, on the screen you will see the work type and the unit number displayed, along with the unit type, which in this case is a 2-bedroom. The screen shows how much money you will make for this unit. It shows the time you started, as well as the time by which you should be finished. It also displays any special attention areas on which to focus. Notice that there are 2 buttons on the screen. The first button is labeled Wrong Unit, Pick Another, and should be tapped when you make a mistake and select the wrong unit. Tapping this button will return you to the assignment home screen where you will be able to select the correct unit. The second button is labeled Go to Step 1. Assuming you chose the correct unit, you should now tap this button. Tapping the Go to Step 1 button will take you to a screen that looks like this. You will notice that there are 2 buttons on the screen. The first button is labeled Requests and the second is labeled Go to Step 2. Below the Go to Step 2 button you will see detailed instructions relating to Step 1 of the 7 steps process. The black ribbon lets you know that Step 1 is the prep unit step, that it should take you about 23 minutes in this unit type, and that you should be finished with this step at about 7 minutes after 4. Scrolling down the screen you will see detailed instructions for prepping the unit. You should now turn off the screen to your smartphone and put it in your pocket. When you are about to begin Step 2 of the 7 steps, you should take your smartphone out of your pocket, turn the screen back on, and tap the Go to Step 2 button. After tapping the Go to Step 2 button, your screen will look like this. You will see the work type, unit number, and unit type at the top of the screen. You will see the special attention area in bold in the middle of the screen. Notice that there is only 1 button on the screen labeled Go to Step 3. Again you will see details relating to Step 2 of the 7-step process and again you will likely need to scroll down to see all the details. After reading the details, you should again turn the screen to your smartphone off and put it in your pocket. When you finish Step 2 and are ready to proceed to Step 3, you should take your phone out of your pocket, turn the screen on, and tap the button. The screens that follow for each step of the 7 steps process will work exactly the same. Studies show that it takes 21 times to make a process a habit. After you have cleaned 21 units, you will no longer be asked to tab through each of the 7 steps. After your 21st unit, you will only be asked to tap, Go to Step 4. Notice that there are 2 buttons on the screen. The first button is labeled Requests. You should tap this button if you need your supervisor or houseman to deliver linens to the unit. Tapping the Requests button will take you to a screen that looks like this. At the top of the screen you will see the unit number and the unit type. Next notice the only button on this screen is labeled Submit Requests. Below the button is a list of the linen items associated with this unit type. You simply tap the drop-down control next to the item to select the number needed. After you have entered all the items needed, simply tap the Submit Requests button at the top of the screen. Your request will be sent to the supervisor, houseman, and dispatcher for fulfillment. You will then be returned to the unit screen. Continue by turning your screen off until you are ready to proceed to the next step. When you are finished with Step 7, you are finished with the unit. At this point, turn your screen back on, and click the button labeled, Click when completely finished. After tapping the Finish button, your supervisor will be notified that you have finished and you will be returned to the home screen, which will now look like this. You will notice that the completed unit will move to the bottom of the screen and turn blue. This indicates that the unit is complete and you will no longer be able to tap this unit. That is pretty much it, although there are 3 more choices on the menu at the bottom of the screen. Tapping the menu item labeled My Lunch will take you to a screen that looks like this. Using the My Lunch screen to start and stop your lunch break will result in you not having to enter lunch at the clock when leaving for the day. Before you start your lunch, the button will be labeled Suspend Work and Start Lunch. After tapping the Suspend Work and Start Lunch button, the label will be changed to read End Lunch and Resume Work. At this point, you can turn your screen off, put your phone in your pocket, and enjoy your lunch period. Your supervisor will be able to see that you are on lunch so that they will not disrupt your break. After you have finished your 30-minute lunch, turn the screen back on and tap the button labeled End Lunch and Resume Work. This will notify your supervisor that you are back on duty and return you to the unit screen. After returning to the unit screen, you will notice that the My Lunch menu item no longer appears. Tapping the My Language menu item will take you to a screen that looks like this. Tapping the language slider from one side to the next will toggle your language preference between English and Spanish. When your preferred language is displayed on the slider, tap the Submit Change button. Now all your screens should be displayed in your preferred language. Tapping the Demo menu item will bring you back to this video so you can refresh your memory on how things work. We are glad that you have chosen to be a part of the MasterCorp team. We hope you find that Mastermind Mobile improves your work experience by helping you earn more money with increased efficiency.